When it comes to Texas producing successful country artists, there must be something in the water. From the iconic voices of Willie Nelson and George Strait to newer stars like Cody Johnson and Parker McCullum, the Lone Star State keeps churning out talent. The latest sensation is 18-year-old Ty Myers, who has country music in his blood, literally. If you've turned on the radio in 2025, it's been nearly impossible to miss his smash hit, Into the Earth, and he's just getting started with a new single, forthcoming second album, and sold-out shows across America. I was able to sneak in a few minutes with Ty before his career fully skyrockets to find out how his sound has been shaped by honky-tonks, football, another Texas legend, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and cattle ranching.
Right or wrong, we know what we want. Just drown it out, turn it off, just let them talk. To the ends of the earth, I will. I'll follow you. Tell me, am I leaving Carolina, or is Carolina leaving me?
Ty, with you, when we say country, those country roots run deep. You are sixth generation of the ranching family.
Yes, that is correct. It's just home to me, but it's weird to think the history of it and how long it's been there for sure.
What are some of your earliest memories of growing up on the ranch?
Deer hunting, probably for sure. That's like, whenever I think of it, I think of deer hunting. Preparing for deer season is tough work, so that all got instilled in me at an early age for sure.
Yeah, and you're still at an early age. You just celebrated your 18th birthday at the French Riviera. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated.
Thank you so much.
All right, when it comes to music, it was all over your family. Your grandma played the piano in the church. Your mom loved all genres of music. Your dad was a Texas swing singer and songwriter. You grew up in dance halls and honky-tonks. In fact, you were sharing some of your earliest memories as early as 4 years old.
I tell people, they ask, how I got into it and blah, blah, blah. I can't remember a life without it. And they always laugh when I say that, but it's just the truth. I literally cannot think of a life being alive without music being, my absolute passion. So
and they laugh when they hear you say one of your early memories is sitting on a bar top at 4 years old.
Yeah. There's pictures of me just like completely passed out because I stayed up way past my bedtime.
You were passed out because you were sleepy, not for any other reason. At the bar top.
No.
And we talk about that music running deep in your family, even your extended family. Your uncle Dean Sams founded the iconic 90s band Lone Star. Your uncle Ron Huckabee is a piano player for George Strait. Your mom says you knew every word to every song before most kids knew how to even speak. And when we say that, we're not talking about Mary Had a Little Lamb. You knew real songs.
It's funny. People still tell me, like, my bus driver the other day, I was showing him a song, and I was playing it for him, and I was singing the song. I've heard it a million times. It was a Jamie Johnson song. He was like, how do you keep these lyrics in your head? And it's never like, I've never had to really sit down and memorize. It's kind of just like a natural. I probably just listen to so much music that it naturally sticks in my brain.
Yeah.
But
you're like one of those good candidates to sing the national anthem at a big game because you won't forget the words. So we'll just tuck that away.
I wouldn't put that past me.
All right. At age 7, you started guitar. Did you take to it right away, or was it one of those things where it kind of sat in the corner for a while?
It was more of my dad was teaching me guitar. So my dad, obviously, like you said, was kind of a old school country swing musician. So I learned all of that stuff, which, he taught me what he knew, which is, shuffles and all of that, which is great. And I love that music. But it wasn't until I was probably 11 or 12, I saw a video of Stevie Ray Vaughan playing, and I was like, life-changing moment. Light bulb clicked in my head, and I was like, this is kind of what I really want to do. So from that point on, I kind of really took a lot of time to learn the neck of the guitar.
You also were a high school athlete, so you were a busy kid. You played football and baseball, but your freshman year, you tore your ACL, and so you had to have surgery. You were out 9 months. You went back to what you knew, and how many times have you heard people say music is oftentimes a form of therapy?
Oh, for sure. I mean, in all ways, from writing it to just listening to it to playing it live is the most therapeutic thing that I've ever done in my life, and it's really magical, really.
You went into the recording studio, did 4 songs. It went viral.
I'd be kicking myself if it didn't walk over here. Asked to buy you a beer.
What's it like to wake up and you're like going, what? And then every day you see more and more. Now you're over 65 million streams. And then all of a sudden these record labels reached out within 25 minutes.
It's pretty wild. It's kind of an out-of-body experience for a while, and then you kind of slowly get, settled in. But in a way, it's always, it's always what I wanted to do from day one, like my whole life. So when it happens, yes, it's shocking, but in the best way possible, because it's like, I never talked about it if it happened. It was always when it happens, because I believe that's kind of how the universe works. You have to put it out there and actually believe something's going to happen. And so from an early age, I was always when I make it big. It's funny to say now, but that's kind of how my brain worked at from age 5 and up.
And the important thing is not necessarily when I make it big, enjoy what you're doing, and that's
absolutely.
Yeah, results in making it big. We talk about this all the time too. You're part of a great generation in that a lot of times artists would chase after record labels and try to get an interview and try to get their foot in the door. You have the advantage of the internet where you put it out there and they came chasing you.
It's been the most fun you could ever imagine. I mean, I'm doing what I love every night. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah, your debut album, The Select, over 600 million global streams. Your single, Ends of the Earth, you wrote that in 1 hour. What was behind writing that one so quickly?
If you choose to love me, if you just leave again, till the end of the earth, I'll be your man.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew the type of song I wanted to make. I had like this kind of soulful melody in my head, kind of, and I had the idea of the chorus at the, like, to the ends of the earth, till the ends of the earth idea kind of in my head, and so I kind of started there. I wrote the chorus actually first. And that was one of those things that just kind of flows out of you. You get into this flow state sometimes, which is usually when the best songs come out. Yeah. And it just kind of happens. It just flows out of your brain. And, I spent a little time on the verses, and before you knew it, I had a done song, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a good one.
Your latest single is Leaving Carolina. That was just now released.
No, I'm not leaving.
Your voice, okay, I just got to tell you, we hear a lot of musicians, and there's a lot of great stuff out there, but your voice is so beautiful, and you can see the influences that you have. At one time, I remember growing up with the old hee-haw days where it's like, we're Superwoman, Louisiana man, we get together, right? That was real country music. Country music is such a wider view today. I mean, sometimes it's blues, sometimes it's jazz, sometimes it's rock. You have all of that.
All music in general, in some way, shape, or form, is borrowed from some other piece of music that you've heard along the way, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. It's just, that's how much music is out now. So you can listen to any song ever made, and maybe it doesn't sound exactly like another song, but oh, that kind of sounds like this other song if you really think about it hard enough.
But you cannot hold me down.
That's why the importance of having such a broad taste for me in writing is because you have a little bit more at your disposal to use understanding of music as a whole.
All right, so we have a record here on Great Day when we've interviewed people and said, you know what, we want to see you at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo headlining. Yeah. It's going to happen for you, okay? And when it does, don't you forget Great Day. We'll be in the front row screaming your name. All right?
Yes, I'll come say hi.
Ty, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's going to be great watching your career, watching you grow, but dude, you're already there.
Thank you so much.
Ty Meyers' latest album, The Select, is out now everywhere music is sold or streamed, and his new single, Leaving Carolina, is quickly becoming a fan favorite. Ty will be one of the acts performing tonight at a special concert event called Cowboys and Angels at the Texas Rodeo Saloon in Katy. That show is sold out, but he'll eventually be back in Houston, so be ready to snag your tickets quickly when that happens. For more information on Ty Meyers, visit greatdayhouston.com, and we'll connect you. More Great Day after the break.